I'm working on part 4 of Roll the Corn, the documentary. Part 4 coming soon. And I wanted to get some more information about the things that you guys want to learn about our history so I can put it in the documentary. But today, I'm going to touch on Atlantis and Atlanteans. So, any questions about Atlantis or Atlanteans, or any other subjects that you think I need to pull up, any other things you think I need to talk about in the documentary or Roll the Corn, put it in the comments. And today I want to touch on Atlantis and Atlanteans, and touch on the mythology of that, and touch on the real history of that, right? Courtney, what's up? Priscilla, what's up? Julie Hurst, Roll the Corn. Antonio Williams, Roll the Corn. Rock Hollywood, Roll the Corn. So today, the basis of this discussion is Atlantis and Atlanteans, because I'm working on that part of the documentary, and I want to talk to y'all about what you guys want to learn about that, and other ideas, because I want to work with the people. I want the people to give me feedback on what they want to learn about our history, so I can, the research I have done, give it to you to lead you in the right direction of our true, real history without fairy tales and mythology, right? Roll the Corn documentary fire. I appreciate that, Antonio Williams. Any ideas you got, Antonio, that you want me to touch in Roll the Corn? Put it in the comments, because I want to go off of what the people want to know about the history, instead of like me just going through with what I'm thinking at the time. I want to get y'all feedback on it, because that's what this is all about. This is about the people want to know certain things. If I can explain it, or if I can show you receipts to certain things, I want to show it to you. Like it's a guy in my comments was talking about the mounds in Ireland, right? Mounds in Ireland. But what you got to understand about the mounds all around the world, the corn always pops up when you find mound, like the mounds in Ireland with the stone outside with the mound on top. It's in an area called Cornish, Corneshee, Cornish. That is letting you know that that area had corn agriculture where the mounds are at in Ireland. The mound builder comes from here. The knowledge comes from here. The agriculture comes from here. We got to start understanding it. It don't matter what land mass it's on. When I find the corn, I know where the origin of the agriculture and the irrigation and the knowledge come from. So that's what y'all got to start researching. When you see these other places around the world that they try to put against us, they all got corn. They all got corn walls. They all got the fleur de lis and all of these. It's all our history, all our ancient culture going around the world, teaching people, and that leads up to the Atlantean. Santa Cristina Holy Well. You're exactly right, Casey Macon. Roll the corn. You're exactly right, bro. All this stuff go together, bro. They try to separate it like it's not our culture, taking civilization. We are the civilization bringers. Ancient Timeri mound builders are the civilization bringers of the world, people. That's why I want to talk to y'all about Atlantis and Atlanteans, right? I like when you go through the deities that our people like to worship. I used to be into the Bible hard, so keep breaking their mythology. Like I say, the Bible is our ancient teachings. It's just the sun going around the zodiac. It's the holidays are on equinoxes and solstices. It's still our ancient culture's teaching. It's just made into mythology from another people. You see what I'm saying? So I'm working on Roll the Corn Part 4. That's the Atlantean teaching. Atlantis and Atlantean. Now, let me break this down. And I'm gonna show y'all this in the documentary, but I like to go live and talk about it to get some feedback from my people, so I can have some, put into the documentary what my people want to learn. So when we go back through this stuff, we can, stuff we are interested in or stuff we want to know will be in the documentary, and it makes it more of a better teaching with the receipts. You see what I'm saying? So the Egyptians talked about Atlanteans bringing pyramid knowledge and agriculture knowledge and some type of government and some type of God worship system to Egypt, people. See, that's what they don't want to teach you. Egyptians are not seafarers, people. Stop thinking these folk hopped on the boat and went and done something. Go do the real research of Egyptians. Egyptians are not seafarers. That means they ain't hopped on no boats and when they first started their civilization and went nowhere and learned nothing, right? Somebody bought them that. They are telling you literally somebody bought them pyramid knowledge, astrology, math, irrigation, agriculture, right? Now, hunter-gatherers make a mythology story off of that teaching and call them Atlanteans. But these are not really Atlanteans. These are just people from Timeri who are more civilized than those people on the Nile at the time, right? So I'm going to say around 11, 12,000 years ago, through my research, somebody pulled up and they were great. Somebody pulled up on the Nile and they were great, right? They know things you don't know. They know about crops and medicine, and they got all type of deities that go along with stars, but they are using the animal deity to represent a star. It wasn't a worship of the deity. It was more of, this is the animal we use to point you to the star alignment that we have figured out before y'all. That's what that means. When I'm talking about the falcon, I'm talking about the morning star, the Sirius star. That's it. I'm not saying he no falcon-headed deity. They had no idols. Atlantean, the Hebrew teachings, all of that stuff is the same teachings. They want to separate it. It's the same things, right? So Egyptians are saying a greater civilization pulls up on the Nile. And they bring all this great stuff. Gold. They know how to mine gold. They know how to, the food is better. The crops are growing on it. They're irrigating the Nile. They're building pyramids over y'all holy ground. They're building the real pyramid over holy ground that was already over there. Y'all did have holy ground over there, but there wasn't no pyramids there. Our culture brought the pyramid knowledge to the Nile. Atlantis is America, people. Let's take all the mythology off of it. Ain't no Atlantis. It's Timeri, the beautiful land, God's land, the land of milk and honey, is where the knowledge comes from, the agriculture comes from, the star alignment comes from, everything comes from here. Now, that's Egypt. And I'm going to put this in a documentary. Anything y'all want me to add to this, a question, put it in the comments so I can remember when I do get done with the documentary later today or tomorrow. I mean, part 4. It's going to be about Atlantis and Atlanteans. Okay. Now, Sumerians talked about a civilization bringing agriculture to the land. The fish god of Samaria in mythology of a deity, that is a person coming over the water, bringing them the corn. The fish god with the corn in the bag. Dagon. Dagon. Dagon is corn and grain, right? If you name yourself after corn in ancient culture, that's enough evidence right there to let you know that the people who rode the corn are the Atlanteans. Come on, man. This shit common sense, bro. People try to make this stuff hard. They want to make this stuff all seem all big and mythology and all that and throwing people off the track. We got two Dagons in Africa in the Middle East. We got Dagon and Dogon. Both of them words come from corn. That further lets me know. Go Bekle Tepe, around 12,000 years old, right? They say it's around 11,000 years old. But it's corn agriculture knowledge, star alignment. Somebody pulled, and then when I do my research around 11 to 12,000 years ago, somebody pulled up on the Nile, the so-called Atlanteans, right? So when you see Tepe, then it's our people just pulling up over there, putting it on the wall. It wasn't there before then. So they try to make it seem like that is an old spot in Africa that is older than America, but really those are Tamaricans who went there and put it there because it got the Haru ideology and star alignments and Sirius star teachings right on the wall. I heard an Israelite brother say that the first month in the Bible in Hebrew is translated to corn. Roll the corn. Yeah, I know they is teaching about the corn now because I broke their back. They can't teach y'all nothing bad no more. They can't teach you nothing that's not of the truth no more because when you align it with the truth, it don't make sense. So when you align it with what I'm telling y'all, nothing makes sense no more. Now, Sumerians. They got the star alignment. They got the plow. They irrigated the Tigris and the Euphrates River, just like the Cushites, right? They rolled the corn because I got receipts of Sumerians rolling corn, ancient Sumerians, BC Sumerians, not no fucking aliens. Our people left Timeri and helped them people over there. That's what they don't want to teach y'all. They rather give you alien stories. They rather give you mythology and bullshit to hide the true history of the world. The civilization bringers of the Atlanteans come from here. And I will bet everything on my life and soul that I can prove it. When mounds pop up in other cultures, the corn roll. Hindu, the corn roll. Samaria, the corn roll. Egypt, the motherfucking corn roll. Ain't no way around it. I can prove it. Indus Valley civilization, the corn roll. They over there teaching Hinduism, ancient Hinduism in this Valley civilization. You know where they come from? We first taught the Asia and China area about the meditation of the crop field with the pyramids, and it moved west and hit the Indus Valley, them still our people that come from Timeri. Every great civilization got the same teachings with the corn. And when I find the corn, I already know where it come from. I'm a bad man. And I got the receipts to all of that Mecca, all of that Hindu, all of that Cambodian, all of that Sumerian, Egyptian, ancient Celtic, the ancient Celtic people, them our people. They building mounds with the star alignment, rolling corn all through Ireland, all through Scotland, and they got usurped because they are the old world. The old world started in America. They are the new world. They talk about Atlanteans building rivers, creeks, dams, Tartarian style buildings. Yeah, we know where they come from. Y'all tore down those cities when you got here. We still got natural dams and reservoirs and lakes that was man-made still in America today. They come back, tear it down, put their own dam in the area, and act like it was never there. We got ancient irrigation on the Mississippi River, 12,000 years old, older than any culture ever in Africa. Irrigating the Mississippi before any other river on the earth was irrigated for cropping. Those are the Atlanteans. They took that over there. Roll the corn. And let me tell y'all something else. Egyptians are talking about ancient Mexico in the Book of the Dead. I'm going to say this again, and I can prove it. Egyptians are talking about ancient Mexico in the Book of the Dead. They're talking about Temple Mayor in the Book of the Dead. They're talking about avocados in the Book of the Dead. Pharaohs are talking about the green gold that they got from Punt. Punt is Mexico. They still getting corn and green gold, which is avocados, and baboons and incense from Punt. Roll the corn. Now, when I show you the old Thoth, when I show you the old teachings of Thoth, Thoth is a baboon with a Hebrew breastplate on. Thoth is a baboon with a Hebrew breastplate on. That shit come from here, man. You can stop it. He not an alien. He a deity created from another animal that we gave out, that came over there to that area of the world, man. Stop playing. I got the ancient Thoth. So they giving you the new Thoth. The new Thoth is the moon god. And he got the Ibris head, and he is the no. Thoth teaches his wisdom of moon alignments of a Hebrew. Because the real Thoth got a Hebrew breastplate on. You don't want me to teach y'all the truth, man. These people don't want me to teach y'all the truth about all this fake ass knowledge that they get money off our people off of, bro. It's fake. Give them the real teachings of the real people. The Egyptians said they are mixed in with the copper man, the red man. We talk about copper color Indians. Copper color came to the Nile. Egyptians telling y'all they are the copper red man people. They mix with these people. The Cushites are ancient Hebrews, people. They are the people teaching the right way, the irrigation. They are teaching it on the Nile. Not the Egyptian. The Egyptian learned it from other people. All their knowledge come from other people. They didn't create none of it. Anybody who teaching that the Egyptians created all this knowledge about Thoth, Osiris, Isis, they are lying. They don't come from Egypt. It was already created thousands of years before they ever got it. The Birdman in America is older. The Birdman, the Haru ideology in America is way older than Egypt. He got the Sirius star right on his eye as a hawk motif. They got it tattooed out on their face, right on the Mississippi River. And you want to sit here and try to tell us we come from Africa when we got the oldest Haru ideology in the world coming from the mounds on the Mississippi River. We don't come from Africa, people. Our people made the Southeast Kemet long time ago. The real Kemet is in the southeast of America. The real black soil is in the southeast of America. We learned that, took that to Africa. They got a small area of black soil. Our whole bottom of the country is Kemet. And then they put it in the desert in the southwest again. And then they put it in the Grand Canyon again. That is our teaching. We are the Atlanteans. The pyramids in Teotihuacan are older than the pyramids of Egypt, people. They got an underwater city in Lake Titicaca, underground city. That's the Atlantean sunken city right there outside of Teotihuacan where the pyramids are. Go look it up. Lake Texcoco and Lake Titicaca. Go do some research on them lakes. Got cities at the bottom of it with Hathor, ISIS, right there at the bottom of the lake, and they acting like this ain't Atlantis. Ain't no way around it, man. Roll the coin, Casey Macon. So my next roll the coin part 4 gonna be about the Atlanteans. They are the people who bought the agriculture. They are the people who bought the pyramid structure building. They bought the governing or the kingship information. They bought all of that to a foreign land, and they called them Atlanteans. Simple. And they were copper-colored people called the red man or the copper man. Do your research. Egyptians told the real story. You just got to know how to decipher it. They're trying to keep me off TikTok, but I'm still working on that. Hopefully I can get back on TikTok. If I get back on TikTok, I'm going crazy. Live's going to be out of control. It's going to be, because I took my TikTok ban in stride, and I said, okay, the ancestor said you might not need it right now. Just go to YouTube and keep on reading and keep on getting information. It gives you time to study harder instead of, doing social media all the time. So now, the last month or two, I've been studying harder. I feel better. Because you can't stop learning. See, some people think they can stop learning and they good. They just can teach you the same knowledge over and over again, and or they can keep teaching you mythology. But this learning process of the ancestors, it took them damn near 26,000 years to learn the star alignment, and people think they read a couple books for 5 years and they think they a genius. Nah, hell nah. This learning process don't stop, especially if you are trying to learn the real history of our ancestors. It took these people so long to put this stuff together that you have to study just as hard and you have to learn the right way just as hard. So I'm still a novice. Now, some people look at me as an expert on certain things. I don't do that. I look at myself as I'm still a freshman, because it's so much more I can learn and teach about the true history. You know what I'm saying? And the ego makes people think they know it all, but you don't know it all. You don't know it all. Roll the coin. So, and on top of that, it's the virtue. You got to be a virtuous person to teach this knowledge. You got to be virtuous. You got to listen to questions. You got to answer questions. You got to take ideas. You got to take, people got to, give you vibes on what they want to learn, and you got to do it like that. You just don't force this information on people. You give it to them to where it sparks a thought, and they go enlighten themselves on it. Dylan Mac Dylan, what's up? Can I donate? My cash app is We Know the Truth Now. We Know the Truth Now with the red logo. We Know the Truth Now. Just like my name. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, man. But let me give y'all one more rundown about this, and like I say, I'm gonna do the next one is gonna be about the Atlanteans. But the people in these mounds created the star alignment. They the ones mapped the stars. They created corn by putting two different grains together to create corn, right? In America, See, all of this knowledge go together. It's science, math, and astrology from ancient culture of America. The corn led all the knowledge back, the star constellations back to agriculture. So the mound builders, they wrote down the astrology for 26,000 years. They learned how to make crops, hybrid crops. Corn is a hybrid crop. It's man-made. It don't grow into nature by itself. So that shows that crop and people go together. So corn, astrology, equinoxes, solstices, building mounds, evolved up to building stone temples, evolved into building pyramids, evolved into building Tartarian buildings, people. All of this go together. It go from mound building all the way from temples to pyramids to Tartarian style buildings, people. If I show y'all an ancient Tartarian church with corn in the architecture, it's telling you who built it. Why is a corn Tartarian building in the middle of Scotland? Scotland ain't got no corn 1,500 years ago. And I'm going to show you architecture of corn in these buildings. Why do the U.S. Supreme Court building got corn columns in the old U.S. Supreme Court building that they built on top of? It got corn columns in the building. It's showing you who built it. I broke that knowledge. People did not know nothing about no Corinthian columns. Corinthian columns. Corinthian. It's in the Bible. Roll the corn. All this stuff go together. They don't want to let you know that all of those teachings come from all of that virtuous teaching in the back of the Bible come from stuff written down from mound builders on gold plates and animal skins and tablets. Roll the corn. That's what happened. Alchemy, mixing metals. These people were mixing metals, smelting metals, people. That's alchemy. That's what's on the emerald tablet. The emerald tablet has alchemy on it. That's not alien knowledge. That is ancient Tamarican knowledge. We smelted the metals. We made the iron ore. We made bronze. We got bronze Birdman statues. They don't even know how old it is. Found in West Virginia, about this big. They don't even know how old it is, people. They've had to mix copper and iron and different things to even get this metal done over here before it was done anywhere else in the world. Alchemy comes from our people, not an alien. Every time they get to talking about ancient Atlanteans and Thoth and all of that stuff, they try to put the alien agenda in it. But y'all are talking about real people from a real land, which is here. We created that metal smelting, mixing metals for different new metals. We done that. In Peru, they was doing it. The Andean mountain people, they were doing it. North American mound builder were doing it. Olmecs were doing it. Olmecs don't come from Africa. Olmecs have a corn god. Olmecs have a corn deity, people. Corn don't come from Africa. You can't worship nothing you don't know nothing about. Stop trying to teach my people stuff that don't even make no fucking sense. Olmecs come from Africa. How? And they got the maize god, who is really Osiris. See, you don't want me to get deep. You don't want me to get deep. You don't want me to get deep. Olmecs got the same belief as the resurrection of the corn from the deity of the corn god. Osiris, the resurrection of grain. It's the same thing. Oh, Jiffy, you're going to get on the right path on this page. You're going to get on the path to God consciousness on this page. I'm not here to make no money. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm just here to teach my people the truth so you can pass it around to our people and we get back to the original teachings of our people. Now, if it go viral, it go viral. That ain't on me. But what I'm saying is, when it do go viral, it's going to be the right teachings. And it's going to be virtuous. And it's not going to be instilled in materialism and no love for my people and teaching my people the wrong thing. People are teaching our people the wrong thing for monetary value. And I hate that. People who are not linked to this knowledge, who got their knowledge out of the Middle East and Egypt, are not linked to the real teachings. They think they are. They not. You can't teach me from the middle of the book. When you watch a movie, you start at the beginning. When you watch a movie, you start at the beginning. You don't start in the middle. When you watching, give me a movie. When you watching Menace to Society, you don't start when Cain got kicked out of his grandma's house. You start with Cain in the store and old dog robbing the store, right? You got to start from the beginning to understand the whole culture and knowledge of this stuff, bro. Right? I just found out last week my great grandmother was Indian and had land that was took in West Virginia. Exactly. And I guarantee you it probably was tobacco, Mike. 9 times out of 10, it was tobacco. Tobacco is $1 billion crop from here. My great-grandmother grew tobacco. We had tobacco farms in Mississippi before Mississippi was a state. They took a lot of our land off fake-ass Moorish European taxes, state taxes, that my people knew nothing about because they are not from Africa. Y'all brought European and African laws to the Southeast and used them against indigenous to Americans who knew nothing about your taxing system. You evil motherfuckers. Roll the corn. Playtime is over. The corn finna roll. So anybody teaching you that we came, from another place, that knowledge came from another place, that knowledge came from space or some type of alien being is a motherfucking lie. And I tell them to their face. Roll the corn. Bro, I got a question. Do you fuck with Ye? You talking about Kanye? Kanye? Now, we ain't here to play, Mike. Yeah, I fuck with Kanye. Kanye is a big thinker. I like big thinkers. I don't like people that just dumb themselves down. I don't like people who dumb themselves down. Even though you might not always be right by big thinking, at least you are thinking outside of the box, because 9 times out of 10, the real knowledge is outside of the box. So when Kanye says pyramids in Cahokia, Kanye said that. Kanye said pyramids in Cahokia. I've been saying it for 5 or 6 years, because when I done the research, it's aligned the same way. The Pleiades, Orion the Hunter, and they got and Monk's Mound and all of that is aligned just like Egypt right there on the Mississippi River. So Kanye said that. The other dude said that too, the dude from St. Louis. Shout out to him. The dude from St. Louis that do a lot of the medicine, the cleaning herb stuff. He said that too, but I have been saying that for years. That's the truth. There are real pyramids right there on the Mississippi River. Mound pyramids. The creation story is talking about a mound pyramid. Egyptians are talking about the waters of Noon receded and there is a mound pyramid. Egyptians talking about mound pyramids. Then you see them in America, they don't mean nothing. You got to put all the knowledge together. See, Lakeisha Ingram. See, I know about the land patents and the, all of that stuff, but this is the thing. We got to think a little bigger than that. See, if one person go get their land back, it's great. It's great. But what if everybody got their land back? Look at it like that. Now, true enough, one person get their land back, it helps his family tremendously. It helps his family tremendously. Don't get that misconstrued. But what if we got it all back? What if we got it all back? New York City, San Francisco, LA, Miami, the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, the beautiful Grand Canyon, Mesa Verde, the cliff dwellers, which are descendants of the Mississippian culture, who built all that stuff in the Southwest. What if we get all that back? And you sit out there on the summer solstice in a line with the sun on the summer solstice right in your face. What if you get that back and you sit out there and do that on June the 19th? How powerful would that be? How much wealth have we lost with these people? The Southeastern Indian ancestors created the corn and made the land black. Think about if we get all that back. Downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta ain't nothing but it is one of the oldest American Indian spots in the South. That's all it is. Jacksonville, Orlando, all that stuff got ancient mounds and culture of melanated people before anybody got here. The native or the white tea man. What if we got all of it back? What if we ain't got no taxes? What if we ain't got no mortgage? What if we ain't got no car note? What if we ain't got no land taxes? Or what if we get all of it back and we don't owe nobody nothing? Do you know how that helps our civilization? Do you know how that would save our kids in the street from getting unalived? Do you know how that would save our children from being put under pressure to be materialistic and chase the YT man's success into their damnation? Don't you know how powerful that is? See, it's bigger than more just getting a piece of land for your family. We got to get out of it. True enough, that's cool. It helps your family. But we got to get on to the next part to where how can we help our people as a whole? Because any black man or melanated man can come up on his own and forget about his own people. That's what's going on now. When our people get rich, an actor or a football player, and he fends for his own, which I'm not mad at him, but it don't help our people as a whole. We got to figure out ways to help our people as a whole. They have put our color skin in a hole so deep that we hate our own people and our own culture. Everybody don't like us. And then they put us against us. Let me give y'all a story, bro. Let me give y'all a story. This is a true story. This just happened like a couple of weeks ago. I'm in a store And at that particular time in the store, this is in Colorado. This is in Colorado. At that particular time in the store, it was the melanated people. Just so happened 4 or 5 of them come in the store at the same time in a YT store. I heard this lady say, this lady said this out of her mouth. It's too many black people in here. It's what she said. And it bothered me so bad, I just put my stuff down and walked out the store. Because one thing that bothered me is, this not even your land to say that. For you to say it's too many of the indigenous people in a store on their land, that bothered me, because y'all have really tricked y'allself to, y'all are really psycho to think that the indigenous people of the land don't even supposed to be together in a store in 2025. And your ancestors came from another place. So people, the psyche is so messed up, they thinking that they own the place, bro. You are really the immigrant. And you sitting here talking about there's too many other indigenous people in the store. And you the immigrant. I can take that lady's ancestry back 2 generations and take them right back to Europe. I guarantee it. And this is how y'all talk. This is how y'all feel. Y'all want to try to, you can try to run Mexicans off, but you can't run us off because we not no immigrants. Do you really believe if we were from Africa, them people wouldn't be trying to take us back? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe them people really knew we were from another continent, they would run our ass up off the land? But they can't. They can't. Because we are indigenous. When you ever seen a melanated person from the southeast, they try to ship them back to another country? You ain't never seen it. You ain't never seen it. They ain't never tried to take your grandma back to Africa. They ain't never tried to take your auntie, your granddaddy. They ain't never tried to take none of them people back. You know why? Them people got indigenous blood. Roll the coin. You can send them other people back all day. You can't send us nowhere. Trump can talk about them other people all day. No disrespect to y'all, because I'm not, like I say, I'm not online to disrespect nobody. I'm not here to disrespect no Mexican, no native, no YT person, no African, but I'm going to tell the truth. I'm not here to disrespect y'all. I'm not here to argue with y'all, do what y'all do. But what I'm saying is, our people, we don't get shipped back with no handcuffs on back to Africa. You know why? Because we from here. It's simple. Have you seen some niggas getting round up on the corner in Chicago, getting took back to Africa? You ain't never seen it. They going to jail for something else, but they ain't going out the country. Listen, the way colonization works is the original people become prisoners of war, people. We are still prisoners of war on our own land today. Y'all want to talk about colonization a long time ago. We are still prisoners of war today. They writing us tickets. They taking all our money and taxes and taking our land. They locking us up for everything. We going to their courthouses with their laws. That's not our laws. They don't have the law of the land. We are still in their prisoner of war system today, going to jail, catching charges. That is still their system. And let me tell y'all something. Moors wrote laws. Don't you think you know more? Moors wrote European laws. Where you think they got that shit from? Quit calling yourself an MOOR. They are the people who wrote the tax law. They are the people who wrote the imprisonment law to take your land, do the paperwork and forfeit your land. They created that. That's where the YT European got it from, Moors. But see, you don't know that because somebody informed you. You want to be a Moor. You want to be a Moroccan. That ain't your culture. Coat of arms is not Tamarican culture. Don't let nobody teach you that. Islam is not Tamarican culture. It's not. They biting too. The pilgrimage to Mecca really started from the pilgrimage to the Makkah, the corn. The black box is the black soil. You don't want to learn truth, man. They are making themselves deities and gods. Can't nobody tell me that Elijah Muhammad is my God. What? That's my God. Is you out of your mind? That is a human being. He's not no God. They make man-made gods over there. That's where the problem come in at. The original people had no idol of a man God. I'm gonna get out of here, man. But I want to tell y'all something, and it's the truest thing I'm gonna say. Our culture of America has been taken around the world in ancient culture, and kings are still living on mound builders from America's land in England right now today. The king, the Prince William and all them folks are living on Cornwall mounds of Tamaricans that went to that area a long time ago. They still live on the land today. Go read about the Cornwall of the King and Prince of England. Mounds still out there, cornfields still out there. They try to put their fake royalty on ancient royalty from here. But they don't teach you that. Them people still go around the world. Go look at all the mound complexes around the world and look how many kings and queens of the area live on the mound complexes. Go look. See, this that knowledge can't nobody teach y'all but me. This the knowledge can't nobody teach y'all that but me. Go to Ireland, go to Scotland, go to England, go to Britain, go to Rome. Rome is sitting on the ancient city of mound builders. Rome sitting on the 7 mounds or the 7 hills. That's mound builder knowledge. The 7 hills or the 7 mounds is what? Put it in the chat. Let's see who learning something. What's the 7 hills or the 7 mounds? Where they build new cities on top of ancient cities. What does the 7 mounds represent? The 7 hills represent. Put it in the chat. Let's see who learning something. The Pleiades star system. see, now you are enlightened. Can't nobody fool you no more. Can't nobody tell you no bag of shit no more. Can't nobody feed you nothing. There is not alien knowledge. That's our people knowledge. Rome on top of the 7 hills. Cincinnati, Ohio on top of the 7 hills. Washington, D.C., Capitol Hill. Washington, D.C., that's one of the 7 hills. All these new cities are built on top of ancient cities of Tamaricans who built them, because we are the people who done the star alignment first. They getting our bloodline becoming great in ancient times. That's where usurping come in at. You fight over holy land where the mound builders put the knowledge at. You take the land, you become the king. You take the old Tartarian building, you make it a Catholic church. Ain't no church. Ain't no motherfucking church. Let me show you. Let me explain something to y'all that let you know it ain't no church. Let me explain something to y'all that you know it ain't no church. Research the summer solstice inside of a Catholic church. Watch the sun hit the front of the building, the light hit the middle of the floor in the Catholic church. That's an ancient building, people. It's aligned with the summer solstice of the harvest alignment. Research it. It's on YouTube. They are right in the church on June 19th, watching the sun align with the symbol in the middle of the floor at the Catholic church. That is an ancient building. That's why it's aligned like that. They didn't do that. They took the building, turned it into something else. Same way they done all the way around the world. You take old world culture and you make it into new buildings. I love y'all. I love you. I'm in love with you. I'm going to explain why I'm in love with you. Because I know you are the original Atlantean, Hebrew bloodline right here with your ancestors from the southeast of America in the Midwest and the Atlantic coast. Y'all have the oldest, strongest bloodline. Y'all are the kings and queens of the world bloodline right there in the southeast, the Midwest, and the Atlantic coast. Y'all are the real American Indian who are descendants from mound builders who taught the world knowledge. And they want you to forget about that. They want you to forget about the mounds that your ancestors built aligned with the Pleiades right there in Mississippi. They want you to forget about them 12,000-year-old mounds in Louisiana. Older than every other culture on the face of the earth. Go find me some 12,000 years old aligned with stars. Only place in the world 11,000 years old is Tepe. And we built that shit. Egypt ain't that old. Samaria ain't that old. They can lie to you and say Samaria's been flying around 100,000 years. They are a lie. They lying. That culture just got over there. Thousands of years ago. It wasn't no 100,000 years ago. That shit. No. That culture left here and went there. When I find an ancient Sumerian, he got the robe on with the stars on it. He's an astrologer. He's a civilization bringer from somewhere else. Sumerians said it out their own mouth that these people pulled up and taught them how to grow agriculture. Same way the Egyptians said it. Where they come from. Take the mythology out of it and where did agriculture teachers with star alignments come from? Tamari. We know the truth now. I love you and I'm in love with you because I know who you are. I know what kind of blood you got in your veins. I know what your ancestors did. They took our ancestors' teaching, turned it into religion. All type of religions. They took the star alignment and turned it into deities. Now Haru is Jesus. Anu is Orion's belt. It all come out the sky. The teachings of the triangle comes from the summer triangle, people. Altair, Deneb, and Vega. That is the triangle. It's floating over Colorado right now. The ancient culture got it from that. Vega, Altair, and Deneb. That is the pyramid in the sky. That's where they get it from. That's our teachers from this land. Because that triangle float over North America, people. You can see if you are in the Colorado, Utah, Arizona area. You can see it tonight. Go out there 2 or 3 in the morning, look up and see the triangle. Tell them we know the truth now sent you. I know this is where it comes from. Don't let no hunter-gatherer, even though he might be your same skin color, teach you nothing different. Our people created math, science, and pi. Pi is the circumference of how large the earth is to build structures. We created pi. There is perfect pi on the ground in Cahokia, on the Mississippi River. Perfect pi, showing you how big the earth is. They won't teach you that. These people are the smartest people on the face of the earth right there on the Mississippi River. Roll the corn. We taught them people over there that. But see, here go the kicker. Here's the kicker. Once the Dravidian, once the YT, once the hunter-gatherer gets the knowledge, he spends the knowledge to make his people look good. Now you think an Anunnaki is an Arab. You think Islam got started. Now you think Egyptians are Arabs. They want to put themselves in the history of the ancient knowledge people. Right? You think let me tell y'all something, bro. This world has been hunter-gatherer whitewashed, people. Right? Let me tell y'all a story. Last story before I get out of here. Okay. The Prince William them. Prince of Britain or England, whatever that is. Prince William them, right? There were some Moors, melanated Moors, real dark-skinned African-looking Moors. There was the kings of England before they were, right? They were called the Danes, Danes. Look it up. Danes. They're wearing red hats, red hoodies. Moors. They were over there chopping off YT people arms, busting them up bad. These ain't our people though. They had already knocked off some of the knowledge from our people, but they not our people. They just got the knowledge from our people, and they was over there busting YT people head, right? Look up the Danes. Now, the Queen of England family finally got a warrior. I can't think of his name right now, but he defeated them and pushed them off. Those Moors were living on the Cornwall, which is the mound builders' land, because they know where the knowledge was, right? Wherever the mound was in these areas around the world, that's where the ancient knowledge is at. That's where the farming fields are at. You can eat off of the field and you can attain knowledge off of that field, because our ancestors already plowed the field, got corn rolling, squashing beans, and got mounds and whole. That's why cities are built on mounds, people, because the agriculture is there to feed people. So you got to think back basic. If I come over there and build a mound, put the cornfield squashing beans in an area that ain't got no corn squashing beans, and I run an irrigation fresh water right up through the middle of it to irrigate the crops. You got fresh water, you got food, and you have some type of structure there. Right? They build cities around it because you got something to start with. You got a crop field to feed the people who gonna build the city right around the ancient old world culture. So they fight over these cities, especially in Europe, because over here we got a lot of these cities. Over there it's rare, right? So they're going to unalive everybody to take control of this area, because this area can feed and house your people, right? Now y'all starting to understand what I'm saying? That's why they still live on these mounds in England, Scotland, Ireland right now, because that's where their culture started it. That's where they learned their religions. That's where they learned, they fed their family off of mound builders' crops. I can't teach you no better, y'all. Now, if y'all want me to elaborate on this, I can get the receipts out. Y'all get in my comments on my page. Let me know what y'all want to learn. See, I don't know what y'all want to learn. That's why I be asking y'all. Let me know what you want to learn. If you want to learn something about overseas or here or where this come from or what this is, shoot it in the comments on any one of my videos or throw it in the live, and we're going to go from there, man. But I love y'all. And I'm in love with you because I know who you are. If your ancestors are from the southeast, melanated people, southeastern Indians, the Midwest, the Atlantic coast, you are the most ancient bloodline of people on the face of the earth. That's why I'm in love with you. Everybody hates you because your ancestors were too great, and they know that. That's why they hate you today. They know the truth. Galil at the gun, roll the corn. We know the truth now. Roll the Corn Volume 4 coming real soon. Atlantean and Atlantis.